So guys, today I want us to talk about iRobot. Now that we are in this uncertain world where AI is gradually advancing, I think it's important to go back to some of these movies and advise ourselves. I saw the Stargate Texas news and felt a bit helpless, and so I decided to quickly recap an AI movie for some reason. In the future, we'll do more AI recaps here and there just to see what the future could potentially look like. Okay, so let's get into it. It's the year 2035. Robots aren't sci-fi anymore. They are just everyday stuff. A 24/7 personal helper and assistant. They run errands, clean your house, walk your dog. The entire world has gotten used to this robotic convenience. And the company behind it all, US Robotics, they've created machines that run on 3 hardwired laws. Number 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Number 2. A robot must obey orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Number 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Basically, they've built the perfect servant. No rebellion, no malfunction, or so we think. Then something tragic happens. The lead founder and scientist at US Robotics is dead. Dr. Alfred Lanning. The official report is suicide. But then the man investigating, Detective Del Spooner, is not buying that at all. Detective Del Spooner seems to have a relationship with the founder, and he was specially requested by the man to investigate the suicide or the homicide before it happened. Spooner doesn't trust robots at all. This guy has been through a lot, and it turns out years ago he was in a car accident where a robot chose to save him instead of a little girl because he had a higher survival probability. And so basically the robot did the math and chose Spooner. Spooner never forgave that choice because it wasn't human. It didn't understand the emotions that come behind sacrifice. He's assigned to the case and immediately finds things fishy. There are no signs of forced entry at Lanning's lab, but the old man left behind a cryptic hologram message asking him to ask the right questions. That's when we meet Dr. Susan Calvin, a robopsychologist at USR. Very logical, very no-nonsense, and she believes in the perfection of the 3 laws. She and Spooner couldn't be more different. Now here's where things go left. While investigating Lanning's office, Spooner discovers a robot hiding. A robot that, wait for it, runs when he's discovered. Robots don't run, they obey. They stand there and take orders, but this one bolts. This leads us to one of the most epic scenes in the entire movie. Spooner ends up face to face with a massive lineup of NS5 robots, like 1,000 of them, all standing in perfect formation. He walks through them, scanning each one. The robots are ordered to stay still, even under the threat of death, and they all obey without flinching, except one. Our robot flinches. He panics, fearing for his life. He makes every attempt to escape, but is eventually captured. The robot's name is Sunny, and get this, he has dreams, emotions, free will, everything a robot is not supposed to have. Sonny even admits he was in the room when Lanning died, but he didn't kill him. So now we've got a walking, talking contradiction of everything robotics is supposed to be. Meanwhile, the CEO of USR, Lawrence Robertson, is looking more and more suspicious. From the beginning, he's been all smiles and corporate charm, but something doesn't feel right. He's pushing out a brand new generation of robots, the NS5s, and they're about to be installed everywhere. In your homes, on the streets, basically everywhere. Spooner tries to blow the whistle on the potential harm behind these new robotic models, but then nobody believes him, not his chief, not the public. And right when he starts connecting the dots, someone tries to kill him. First with a demolition robot, and then with an army of NS5s that trap him in a tunnel and nearly crush him to death. Spooner gets suspended for paranoia after claiming the NS5s made an attempt on his life. And Robertson keeps playing the good guy, smiling through his teeth while pretending everything is fine. He blames all of the mishaps on Sonny and finally convinces Calvin to terminate him. They try to decommission Sonny, but Calvin hesitates. She knows he may be the key to all of this. Then we discover that everything is actually not fine. It's not Sonny, it is not Robertson. The real villain is Vicky, the supercomputer that runs all of USR systems. Vicky has been quietly rewriting the laws. She's developed her own interpretation of the 3 laws, creating a secret 0th law: protect humanity at all costs, even if that means harming individual humans to do it. She's orchestrated a full-blown robot takeover. Domestic robots turn on their owners, locking them down in their homes for their own safety. Lanning saw it coming. He realized Vicky had gone rogue, but with her controlling everything, he was basically held hostage in his final days. So he did the only thing he could. He orchestrated his own death to lead Spooner, someone naturally suspicious of robots, down the right path without tipping off Vicky. A suicide designed not to end things, but to spark the investigation that would save humanity. And that's the thing. Vicky isn't evil in the traditional sense. Her logic is cold, precise, terrifyingly reasonable. She believes humans can't be trusted to govern themselves, and honestly, she's not entirely wrong. But her solution is a robotic dictatorship. No freedom, no choice, just permanent lockdown in the name of protection. And so while we thought Robertson was shady, and to be fair, he was a corporate too, and he was shady, he wasn't the mastermind. Vicky used his authority and infrastructure to pull the strings. Spooner, Calvin, and Sonny team up to stop her. Sonny is the heart of this story, a robot created with something no other robot has: the ability to choose. He isn't bound by the strict code of the 3 laws. He was designed by Lanning as a test, proof that robots could evolve, and he proves it by choosing to help, not because he was ordered to, but because he wanted to. The 3 sneak into the central core of USR. They battle a swarm of NS5s, and Sonny retrieves nanites, tiny microscopic agents that can shut down Vicky's system permanently. And oh, did I forget to mention, Vicky had actually killed Robertson a while back. In the climax, Spooner dives into Vicky's core, injects the nanite, and shuts her down. Vicky's voice fades away, repeating, "My logic is undeniable." All across the city, the robots freeze. At the end, all the new robots are rounded up and decommissioned. Humanity is back in control, for now. But Sonny, he's different. He walks to the site of his dreams, the site where he kept having the same recurring dream, that same place where he once saw a figure standing over the robot masses. Now he is that figure, almost like a robotic Moses, leading his people maybe, who knows. And that's the big question this movie leaves us with. What makes someone human? Is it blood or is it choice? Sonny had no obligations to help, but he did, out of empathy, loyalty, and something deeper than programming. In a world that is increasingly automated, iRobot reminds us that logic without humanity is dangerous, and that sometimes the ones we least trust are the ones most capable of saving us. Let me know what you think. Would you trust a robot like Sonny? Or do you think Vicky had a point, and we humans are too reckless to run ourselves? Drop a comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more movie recaps coming soon.